Hi, I'm Belinda.
And I'm Michaela.
And we are
The Weird
Sisters.
Okay, so today we're going to be looking at some scary ghost stories from Reddit.
Ooh, my favourite.
Bit spooky, scary. We're also in the kitchen today.
Yeah, I'm cooking up some quiches.
Yeah, so don't mind if you hear a little bit of
Clunking?
clanging in the background, a little bit of food making noises. It's just what we're doing today.
Just me whipping up some deliciousness.
Alright. What have you got in your quiche today?
So I'm just doing a quiche Lorraine. So I've got just some bacon, some obviously egg, cheese, and a bit of onion.
How beautiful.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Lovely, lovely.
Alright. So the scary ghost stories from Reddit, I haven't actually gotten them from Reddit. I've gotten them from this rando website.
Right. Yep.
It's actually called Travel Channel.
Okay. Oh, the Travel Channel. It's an American thing.
Oh,
yeah, I've watched it.
Well, yeah, I don't
Ghost
know.
Adventures as well.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, so I don't actually have like the names of people that have said
That's
this or anything. But I do have the website is Travel Channel. It's posted in 2021 by Beth Braden. Alright, this person compiled all of these stories.
Beautiful.
Alright, and they're not there's 11 of them, they're not too long, so we'll just pump a few out.
Beautiful.
Alright, so our first one is called It Wasn't a Little Girl. So what do you think this one's going to be about?
Well, when it talks about little girls, it's normally demonic. Demons normally manifest as little girls, so that's my call.
Yeah, I'm feeling like it's going to be a little girl manifesting in someone's house or something.
Oh, yeah. It'll be around a family haunting sort of thing, I reckon.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so I was camping with my husband and his family at a small remote lake in New Mexico. So, yeah, an American
Yep, our equivalent to our bush.
Yeah. There were about 10 people in our group and another group of 6 people in the next campsite. So not too many, few people. Mm-hmm. It was nighttime and both groups were doing typical activities, making s'mores, having a few drinks and telling stories, when we all heard what sounded like a little girl yelling out for help. Okay. So I thought it was going to be at a house.
Manny up the aqueduct.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought it was going to be at a house, but it was just out in... Camping. Alright. Yeah. So... Sorry, I was just changing the level of noise from us because I think we might be a little bit too loud, but that's alright. Anywho. Yeah, so they heard a little girl yelling out for help. Neither group had children with them. But we were all positive we were hearing a little girl and decided to search the area that they heard the noises coming from together. So I think what this is saying is both groups got together and searched.
Yep.
Alright. There was a field behind our campsite and we all saw a very tall, pure white figure standing maybe 100 feet away from us in the field, making the noises.
What the fuck? So a tall, pure white figure.
Yep.
So would that be like what they talk about shapeshifters? I don't know much about shapeshifters.
I don't know, like what are they called, like skinwalkers or something?
Skinwalkers and shapeshifters. And so is that near any like American native?
Surely New Mexico is. Let me have a little. Let me pull up the Googles.
The Googs?
Let me go Google girl.
Oh, look at us, we're researching.
And it will just be Wikipedia. I mean, do I really do anything else? No. So let me just pull up the Googs. Alright, New Mexico native.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be Cherokee or...
Let me just do that.
Whatever.
Yeah, let's see what's in that area. If the Googles will cooperate with me. I normally do the Googling on my phone. Today I'm using the laptop. Bit high tech. Oh, have you noticed as well, just a bit of a side note, that Google now, like when you search something, it has like AI come up when you Google?
No.
Yeah, I'll show you when it fucking finishes. Yeah, so when you Google something, it will come up with like an AI answer. Because Google has AI Gemini.
Okay.
It's called Google Gemini. It's their sort of like equivalent of ChatGPT. Yeah, so like AI overview, see? So it gives you an AI answer rather than, you know how normally it would just come up with like the top answer for what you've searched? Yeah, it now actually gives you an AI answer for things.
Like Facebook's got that AI.
Yeah, Meta AI or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because normally it would come up looking like it would give you a website and then like something that most suits your search. But no, it actually just gives you AI now.
Right.
Alright, so New Mexico has 23 Native American tribes, including 19. I'm not going to try. Sorry.
No, don't even try.
I do not want to butcher the pronunciation of these native names. But yeah, so there's a little bit of some native history in that area. And what was I was going to look up a skinwalker. What is a skinwalker?
We haven't even read the story yet. We just got
it's a short story, so we're actually nearly near the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there's only a little bit left in this one, so it's just a short, sweet, sharp one.
Beautiful.
But if this would work and tell me what a skinwalker is, that would be awesome.
Has your internet been slow lately? Mine's been pretty bloody terrible.
My phone internet sucked. When we were
Same.
We also got fish and chips for dinner, everybody. It's been awesome.
Yeah, this quiche is cooking isn't actually for us.
No, and it's for tomorrow anyway. But yeah, when we were going to get fish and chips, I couldn't even like connect on anything on my phone. It was really annoying.
Super annoying. I fucking hate that.
Alright, so a skinwalker is a harmful witch in Navajo culture, which one of the 19 tribes was Navajo.
Yeah.
They can shapeshift into an animal or a human.
Yeah.
Okay, they're considered the opposite of Navajo values. I don't know, maybe it was like skinwalker vibes, maybe. But it says they normally like look like these things, like they turn into, possess, or disguise themselves.
Yeah.
But this thing wasn't disguised, it was mimicking.
Okay.
Anyway. Right, so they all agreed that this thing looked maybe 6 feet tall, skinny, and white as can be. We made our way closer to investigate, but whatever it was that we saw started backing off as we got closer and disappeared into the trees. All night, we continued to hear a little girl calling for help as we tried to sleep.
Get fucked.
I would be gone.
Why would you stay?
I would be gone.
If there was something, and
they fucking saw
it, as if you would hang around.
I'd be out of there. There's no way I'm staying.
Oh yeah, it's just hang around.
Chilling out while there's a fucking
white
6 foot tall skinwalker looking motherfucker.
Yeah, get fucked. You'd be out of there straight away, wouldn't you?
Yeah, no, I'm not even going to attempt to sleep. Are you kidding?
No. I would have gone as soon as I saw the thing. I wouldn't have even hung around for friggin' anything else. I would have just left my shit and run away.
And as soon as you see that it's like this 6 foot tall thing, it's not a little girl, you're gone. You're not...
You're not hanging around.
I'm not going to approach it either.
No. Not at all.
So, yeah, that's icky. Bit odd there.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, alright. Our next one is called The Walking Dead.
Okay.
So, I'm a psychiatric nurse. So, assuming that's like in a psych ward vibe. And early in my career, I worked at a residential mental health facility. One of our residents was an elective mute, which means, so they didn't want to talk.
Non-verbal by choice.
Yeah.
I had an elective mute at Kinder.
Yeah. And there's no medical reason as to why they're not talking.
No.
He had spoken earlier in his life and in fact seemed quite normal back then, with the exception of being close to 7 feet tall. That's a tall person. He'd been raised in the deep south and joined the military when he was 19. But one night he vanished. So he was in the military and one night he just vanished from the military.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, he was declared AWOL. and eventually was declared missing and dead. 10 years later, so he would now be 29.
Yeah.
A 7-foot-tall man walked into the hospital emergency room where they are, in my part of the Midwest, and said to the receptionist, "My name is whoever, and I've been dead for 10 years.
What?
Yep. Those were the last words he ever spoke.
Oh, wow.
He was covered with dust, and he was wearing the same clothes he'd been reported to be wearing the night he vanished. What the fuck?
That sounded a bit paranormal, like, or alien even.
Yeah,
alien vibes.
Yeah, abducted. Yeah, that's a bit odd.
That's fucking odd.
Like covered in dust.
And you can't, like a 7-foot guy, like
you can't
there's
miss
not
him.
that many of them.
No.
So he would have popped up on the radar somewhere.
You would think.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Yeah, his social security number had not been used and he had no identification on his person. However, they were able to identify him, I guess, via fingerprint. So he was identified as to be that person.
So wasn't a hoax, it was him.
Yeah. The family was notified, but they said they had already grieved their lost man and that whoever was claiming to be him simply could not be. They deemed not to be contacted again.
Wow. Could you do that?
No.
If we thought that, like, our brother was dead,
and then someone shows up at the hospital, you have
claiming
to go.
to be them, you'd go.
You can't not.
Even if it did hurt and bring up other feelings of, like, bringing up the trauma again, of course you'd go. If there's a slight chance that it's him,
you have to.
You have to.
Like, you can't not go and potentially get your relative back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this person, let's call him John, because I don't like the name that this person's given him. John paced all day. It's Marion. I don't like it. Yeah. So I'm going to call him John. John paced all day, every day, moving his mouth that looked like talking or muttering, but no sound came out. He had an unnerving habit of throwing his head back with his mouth wide open as if he were laughing heartily, but not even a breath could be heard. What the fuck? So he's just like chilling, then he like throws his head back and that's fucked.
That's weird.
If I talked to him, he appeared to listen, periodically throwing his head back in the laughter mimicking way of his. Yeah. So she's talking to him.
And he laughs.
And he would... Yeah, but no sound. Not even breath sound. Various medications were tried, but they did not affect him either positively or negatively. Occupational therapy did nothing because Marion would just... Oh, sorry. John would just grin. And unless told to stay put, he'd get up and start pacing again. So, yeah, he's obviously, like, chill and he does what he's told, but... On my last day at that job, the last thing I saw was John pacing in the parking lot, throwing his head back to, in quotes, laugh. Later, I wondered if all along I'd be dealing with a ghost. All these years later, I still don't know. So, like, what did come back?
Well, it was a ghost of him, wasn't it? Like, it was...
In any... like sense of the word, yeah. Like,
so he was a shadow of his former self.
Yeah.
So like he was in the military.
Fair, yeah, and then he went missing.
So he was functioning. He was obviously high functioning to be in the military. You've got to pass all sorts of things. I reckon it was either kidnapped or aliens.
But when you're kidnapped, wouldn't you think like your clothes would be different? You wouldn't be returning dusty.
Well, for 10 years, they'd be tattered as fuck. So if it wasn't some sort of time... Warpy thing, then he would be...
They'd be
tattered. They'd be gone.
So, I don't know. It's a bit weird.
Aliens sounds like to me.
Yeah. He's been abducted.
And
then he's just been given back.
Yeah. Dropped off.
And then he can't talk now.
Yeah. Well, that would... There's stories of that happening, isn't there? Where they're abducted and then they... Or anything traumatic can have that trigger response. So, yeah, that's pretty fucked. Weird.
Yuck. Don't like it. Okay. So we now have the unrest stop. So obviously a play on the rest stop. So obviously something creepy deepy's going down at a rest stop.
At a rest stop.
Alright. I was driving across country with my mum and sister when I was 16 and my sister was 20. It was late, but we were well rested, so they were well rested and alert. So they weren't tired, they weren't falling asleep. We were driving along an interstate and needed gas and a bathroom break, so we stopped at the only rest stop in 200 miles, so that's heaps. Mm-hmm. I can't think of the conversion right now, but that's a lot. Like, even if you think like 200... K's. Yeah. Yeah. There was a van full of teenagers on a road trip at the gas station, as well as a small grey car parked at the pump in front of us with two young men standing still outside of it. When we got there, everything felt wrong. We'd been on that road for days and seen many rest stops at night and never been afraid until then. My mum and sister went inside and I stayed in the car. I heard the teenagers say they were creeped out and couldn't get the pump to work and they left in a hurry. I was watching the car in front of us and the two men had not moved at all, not an inch. They weren't talking, they weren't on phones, they were just standing there, still as stone. My sister and mum came running back to the car and when they got in, the two men slowly turned to look at us while not moving or pivoting the rest of their bodies, and I swear to fucking shit, these are the words in this story, we all saw the same thing. They had eyes dark as pitch and empty.
Oh, yuck.
So, like, just imagine they're standing there, like, not doing anything, not moving their bodies. And then you get in the car and they don't even, like, pivot and turn around and look at you. They just, like, turn. That's fucked.
Gross. I'd be friggin' out of there.
That's fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, truly empty. Not black, not reflecting any light at all, just a void.
Okay. That's even weirder.
We sped out of there and didn't stop until we were in the next city. The worst thing about the entire experience, we couldn't find the place on any map.
Yeah, so I've actually been listening to a few, like, what's it called? Glitches in the Matrix sort of stories. And I reckon that might be a glitch, do you reckon?
Potentially.
The weird people, they can't find it on a map late at night. It'd be interesting to see.
Well, those teenagers couldn't get the pump to work.
Yeah, so the pump wasn't working.
And I don't know how it works in America, but, like, obviously here, the people have to turn the pump on for you when you get to the thing. But I don't know if in America they just, like, turn on when you get there. Yeah. Because, in American, like, you see how they can, like, set the petrol stations on fire?
Oh, yeah.
Because they can get the petrol out of the thing without being... Yeah, like... So you would think that they're just automatic.
Yeah, they might be automatic.
So, that's creepy. So I couldn't find it on any map. We knew exactly which spot on the interstate to look, and we couldn't find it on Google Maps or any paper map. We even asked locals about the creepy gas station out on that stretch of road and got only confused looks. We've travelled on that interstate since, and there is no rest stop.
Yeah, it's a glitch.
Yuck. That's fucking creepy.
Yeah, that is creepy.
I don't like
They
that.
happen all the time, those glitches in the Matrix. Like, I follow a group on Facebook, and there is so many stories. They're really interesting.
Well, do you think that there's, like, different timelines?
Yeah.
Of stuff, and that's, like, our timelines?
Oh, look, that's it. I don't know if I personally believe that, but they talk about that sort of shit too.
Yeah.
Like, having different timelines and things. Like, there was this one about, like, this chick lost her skirt or something.
Yeah.
And she was cleaning out her closet and she came across two exactly the same size. And she'd lost it previously and then it had appeared doubled.
Ooh.
Yeah, just heaps of weird shit like that.
Okay.
And they reckon that was a timeline
cross
thing.
thingy. Yeah. Alright. The next one is called It Came For Us in the Graveyard. First of all, just off that title, why are you in the graveyard? If you don't need to be,
get out.
Why are you there? Don't be hanging around there.
No, don't be doing it. Don't be doing that shit.
Okay. We were driving my friend's really old beat up Subaru through a massive graveyard. Why?
Why were you doing that?
We stopped and walked down a hill and came across a little pond. There was someone sitting on a rock on the other side of the pond. The figure was all black and we couldn't make out any features other than the fact it looked like a man who was wearing some old style top hat. We stupidly waved and shouted hi. Do not make contact. Never.
It's a night time, isn't it?
It doesn't say.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, if you're at the cemetery and you see somebody sitting across the thing in weird clothes and an old hat,
yeah.
like you're not going to go talk to them.
No. And just don't make contact.
What the fuck are you doing there? Stay away.
But also, if you're in a graveyard and someone's just chilling at a pond,
leave
they're
them
probably
be.
Grieving.
Yeah, that's right. If it were a person, they're probably grieving. You don't go up
You're
and
not
be
gonna
all
wave and go, hi, how are you? They're probably grieving.
Probably crying.
Yeah.
And you've just looked like a dickhead.
Yeah. If it is a person.
If it is a person.
It's probably not a person and you should not make contact. But if someone's chilling in a graveyard,
just stay away.
They're probably having a rough time. So don't, Anyway, he didn't show any acknowledgement and continued sitting still on the rock. All of a sudden, he jumped to his feet, started running to us on the water.
Get fucked.
And then vanished in thin water about halfway on the pond. My friend and I screamed and ran back to the car.
Yeah, serves you right for being in the friggin' graveyard.
That's fucked.
Imagine seeing that. Imagine seeing something like that.
If I'm sitting on the edge of some pond and old mate across from me just gets up and starts fucking legging it for me across the pond.
Yeah, catch.
I'm done. I'm done.
Goodbye.
I'm out. The fuck.
Yep.
And then vanishes in the middle. Oh, fuck. Vanishes in the middle of the pond.
Sinks halfway.
I don't care how many loved ones I have in that graveyard. You are not seeing me again. Not going back.
Not going there ever again.
I'm moving. That's fucked.
That's terrible. Terrible mural.
Mm. The car wouldn't start, and we heard something banging on the back of the car. It wasn't a constant bang, but every few seconds or so we'd hear it. Nobody was outside from what we could see in the dark, so it was dark, but something was making a noise on the car. I opened my phone and started dialing my mum to give us a boost, but I had no service. None of us had any cell service. The next 30 minutes were spent trying to get the car started. No banging was heard afterwards, but we felt this heavy pressure around us. That was not
you shouldn't,
a person.
The message from the story is don't hang around graveyards and don't talk to weird people in graveyards.
Just, no. Don't be doing that, my guy. Ugh. Finally, the car started and she hit the pedal to the metal. We sped out of the graveyard so fast. Immediately crossing the gates, all of our phones regained self-service. One thing I know for certain is that someone or something was out there, and it was not an animal or a human.
Well, they said it was a man, so...
Well, they said it...
Yeah,
they couldn't tell what it
would
was.
have been a ghost.
Yeah, that it was just this black figure.
Oh, yeah, that's right, with the top hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they could
distinguish
was the top hat.
Yeah.
Yuck. That's fucking gross. Alright. I think this might be our last one of spooky, scary stories.
Spooky, scariest.
Alright. It was good to see an old friend. Just feeling like someone's giving them a bit of an apparition.
An apparition?
Yeah. Someone they know is...
Come back.
Yeah.
Say hello.
When I was 37, I went to my high school reunion. I flew into the nearest airport and rented a car. The distance was about 35 miles through a very rural and almost abandoned part of the country. About 3 miles outside of town, I see someone on the side of the road flagging me down. Turned out that it was one of the guys I had attended school with. Jim, not his real name. Gets in the car, and we start talking. So they stop and they pick up this person. I had not seen him in 20 years, but he still looked the same, maybe a little older. We get to town and I ask him if he wants to come to a bar and have a drink. He says, no, just take me home. Jim's parents had lived only a few blocks from my grandmother's house, and I turned in that direction, but he said to take him to the outskirts of town. There was a mobile home, so a caravan park, out there, and I figured that is where he lived. When we reached the end of the turn-off, he said, just drop me here, it was good to see you again, and he walks off into the night. I got to the bar, met some of my old classmates, we start to talk. As we are talking about who is coming to the reunion, I mentioned that I had just picked Jim up 3 miles east of town and dropped him off. Everyone goes quiet. Even the guy singing karaoke stops and lays down the mic. My cousin goes white as a new t-shirt. Barb, Jim died on that curve 8 years ago. Rolled his car. We were all at his funeral. I was told. I started to feel really dizzy and I went out to the car to take some deep breaths. There on the seat is the local newspaper, printed 8 years previous, containing Jim's obituary. I still have the paper.
Wow.
That's fucked.
That is fucked. How awful. That would have... I mean, it would be nice in a way, I guess, but how fucking creepy.
That's... so weird. Like,
she's still got the paper.
I would be burning that thing, I think.
I don't know. Where did it come from? He must have left it.
Yeah.
When he left the car.
I mean, I know probably not all spirits and stuff are bad, but I feel like too many of them take on the appearance of people you love, people you know. Like too many of the bad ones.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't trust the good ones.
I wouldn't trust any of them. If I saw... I'd just shit myself.
Yeah, and I feel like I would get rid of the paper because, like, what if that is, like,
held
the talisman?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking yuck.
Like, that's insane. And to come back and everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He died.
We were at his funeral. On that corner too, so on the exact corner where
yeah, well, he is going home.
Yeah. Oh, the poor... That's... If that is a real person and he's trapped in that loop, that is fucking awful. Yeah. Where he's just going home. He's trying to get home. That's sad.
And he said, like, oh, it was nice to see you again.
Yeah. So that sort of indicates that he knows...
I wonder if they do. Like, surely they would have some sense of knowing.
I don't know.
Be so sad if they did.
Yeah.
Because they're stuck in, like, this...
loop.
Yeah.
Weird thing.
Weird little time loop. Ghosty, weird shit.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone else, like, actually believed them. That they picked him up. Yeah.
Like, anyone else...
Well, like, the people at the bar, I wonder if they were like... Because it says that, like, they just went white. They were like, he died. I wonder if after that they were like, you're fucking full of shit.
Yeah, or if they believed that she did actually see him.
Yeah. Because I feel like if someone...
What point... Like, what motivation would she have to lie about that, though? Like, she obviously didn't know he'd passed.
No.
And she was expecting them to...
Name him as one of the ones that was coming to...
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I guess...
You could do it to trick them, yeah.
And people in denial. Like, if someone said that to me about someone who'd passed, I'd be like, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
Like...
You're a liar.
You're lying.
You just are after attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I think we do have a few more for next time.
Yes.
There's a couple of small ones, so... But, yeah, I think that will close us out for today.
I think it might. I will just reflect on those spooky stories.
Yeah, as the sun goes down, it starts getting fucking creepier.
Well, that's right. Our sun's about to go down any time now.
Yeah, and it's about to get spooky scary up in here.
Fucking oath.
Yeah.
Might have to put on a spooky movie.
Ugh.
Have to have a bit of a watch.
Bit of a scare.
Bit of a scare fest.
Yeah, it's Halloween here all year round, team. We love a spooky scary.
We do. Well, our lovelies.
We will catch you in the next one, my guys.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, see you next time. Probably for some more spooky scaries, I reckon.
I reckon.
Alright, see you later.
Bye.